Legend of Total War here, and today we're doing a short Saving Your Disaster campaign, because I don't think this one's going to be too particularly difficult. Playing as Nagarond on very hard difficulty for Mortal Empires for Warhammer 2. Now, the main problem here is that he's under siege. He basically doesn't want to lose the ancient city of Quintex, or as he's called, ancient city of Sex. And he apparently just can't win this battle that he's up against here. The rebel army does have Chosen in it, but he does have a decent garrison. So, I'm mainly just going to focus on that. And we'll see how we go with it. We'll see if I can manage it. So yeah, this is on very hard difficulty. Which, in terms of battle difficulty, it's exactly the same as Legendary. Now, I discovered this fairly recently when it comes to defensive sieges, that actually holding onto the walls, it depends on the situation though. Sometimes holding onto the walls is not actually a good thing. It depends on what units you've got. For example, if you're playing as the Lizard Men, then try to hold onto the walls, because this tactic doesn't really work for them. Maybe just don't pay them any money. Cool. But using units up on the walls just to begin with, and as soon as the siege towers or whatever arrive, get off the walls and retreat to the town square. And then you utilize your missile units and choke points and artillery if you've got them. And the reason why I say not use Lizardmen for it, because their missile units suck. But the Dark Elves have got excellent missile units. Now, the reason why holding onto the walls and using the missile units doesn't work is because you have to fire at an angle and they miss a lot of their shots. Whereas if you hold choke points and just leave a tiny little gap in, you can actually get really good shots in. And allowing the enemy to funnel themselves into a choke point, if you've got artillery for example, you can get hella kills with them. And I've actually found it to be way more effective than actually holding the walls. Because, you know, once the enemy are at the walls, the towers don't shoot backwards, so they're useless. And that's the whole point of even holding the walls. You don't get any bonuses to your melee stats standing on the walls. Alright. So we're slightly outnumbered. We do have some shit units here with the Harpies, but everything else is pretty good. He said it was a corner settlement. Let's have a look at that. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Let's do it. So I thought this would be a good video to make just in case, you know, we've got a day where I just don't have time to put in a couple of hours into a better video. Just something to fill in the time, I guess. Okay. So the odds are slightly not in our favor, but I've seen worse. Right. First thing though, let's get off the walls. I don't think the Dark Elves are the best defenders in the game, but they're certainly not the worst. They're sort of middle of the rung. The best defenders are the Dwarves, without a doubt. Okay, so I'm gonna put a guy there to activate those two towers, but he's gonna be coming off the tower. Just wondering if I want to put some archers up here, just to shoot at them while they're coming up this way. Put you there. You over here. Maybe a fireball to hit the Chaos Spawn. Okay. Okay, let's put these two here. That tower is probably not going to do much. And if I put someone there, they could get cut off. Okay. Since it seems like a lot of their large units are here, let's put the Blackguard Nagron. So this is what I was talking about before. You create a situation where they come and attack you, but you've got enough of a gap where your missile units can shoot into their flanks.
Eager for battle. Blackguards. Eager for battle. Cold-blooded killers.
Now, as for the Harpies, there's no unit where they could get an advantage here. They're specifically good at dealing with like enemy missile units, but the Warriors of Chaos don't get them. So these guys, they're useless. But that doesn't mean you should throw them away, because it comes down to it, holding onto as much balance of power as possible. If you can get it significantly in your favor, then the enemy will get the army loss penalty. And if you throw these harpies away, keep calling them guys, but they're not guys really. If you throw them away, then you're just giving the enemy free kills.
Battle ready. Nagorothi. Corsairs.
Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's do this. So right off the bat, let's get some fireballs down.
Supreme sorceress.
Dark shards. Without question. Dark elves.
Okay, we need to make sure these towers don't shoot the enemy siege towers, because they will not destroy them. It's just a waste.
Dark shards.
That's it, just shoot at whatever they want. I'm just trying to get a few extra free kills.
I summon thee.
Dark elves.
Alright, let's pull back now.
Supreme sorceress.
Alright, we've also got this here. You know, that's not bad. It's better than nothing.
Dark shards. Onward. Eager for battle. Carnage awaits. Dark shards. Onwards to
Might need to close this gap a little bit.
to destruction. Dealers in
Oh shit.
death.
Yeah, I was a little bit slow on that, but I might only lose one or two guys.
We are ready.
Or maybe not even that, they got away. Good. And yeah, we just want the smallest of gaps.
Hag. Forth. All for Hecate. Advancing. Forward. Druki.
Merciless warriors. Advance, Druki!
Now what these harpies might do alright against is actually the Marauder Horsemen. But if we send them down on the Marauder Horsemen and other units get involved, then they're just going to get wrecked. They're some of the weakest units in the game. Right. We start firing? Yep, let's get to it.
Unrestrained.
Corsair handbows. Dark elves. Dark shards. No mercy.
Beyond compare. Do my bidding.
Okay, everything's going pretty well to begin with. These Chosen are getting destroyed because they're getting shot in the flank. Because otherwise, you can see here, the Blackguard and Agron would have lost in the melee.
Dark shards.
What deeds await?
There we go. That's what you put the hero in there for. Just stops their cavalry from trying to sneak through. Come on, come on. Keep shooting them. Don't go into melee. As soon as I see a cross there,
Enemy mages.
crossed swords.
It is
Now we're
done.
good. Fire.
Dark shards. Enemy magic. The weaklings use magic. Corsair handbows.
So just keep them pinned down. Let the missile units do all the work.
The merciless host.
Come to me.
Dark shards. bows. Blood will flow.
Good, those Chaos Knights have been destroyed. Yeah, the missile units are going to get all the real kills. If I send them down there, they'll lose in a fight against Chaos Marauders, so just keep them up here. Balance of Power's looking okay.
Merciless warriors.
Seeking distraction. Hearken to me.
Nagarothi.
Don't want to hit my own units. So far it's all doing just fine. Balance of Power is actually in our favor now, so yeah, we've won the battle.
No survivors. Dealers of death.
Don't see any good opportunity to use this yet. Keep them pinned down. This here is not going overly well. I mean, our Corsairs are... they don't really get a lot of kills in this difficulty.
Merciless host.
As I've said so many times before, on it's not legendary difficulty, but on very hard difficulty, battle difficulty wise, the AI get loads of melee buffs. So shoot them. Doesn't matter if she dies, it's just part of the garrison.
We are ready.
Alright, this section here is pretty much sorted. Alright, send you in there. And have them turn around and shoot the Chaos Trolls here.
Summoning destruction.
Druki.
Oh, they're out of ammo, so they can go in and fight now.
As you say. Understood. Die, weaklings.
No, they'll lose against those Marauders. Get them back.
Swiftly.
Dark shards. Wondrous slaughter.
Like, it doesn't matter if she dies.
Our strength is waning.
The garrison will just get another one by the next turn.
Die, weaklings.
Oh, we got incoming over here.
Ha! Ta! Dark shards. Battle ready. Onward. They're casting spells. Dark shards.
Only one of them left with ammo.
With pleasure.
Seeking entertainment.
Incoming.
I summon thee.
Still think we're okay. Certainly could have used more ammo.
Dealers in death.
It's like they were getting really good kills. All of them got good kills, except for the Black Arc Corsairs. I mean, they did well, but the Dark Shards did better.
On by Drakira.
Wickedly depraved.
Completely out of ammo now.
Dealers in death. Advance, Druki.
At once.
Get out of here. Druki. Slash. Kill.
Just have to hope this unit here breaks.
Dark shards.
Spreading terror.
killers. Die, weaklings!
Alright, yeah, I think we got this. Just fast forward, let's wait for this to go. Get done. There we go. Cool. So that's probably going to be a Pyrrhic victory. But at least the battle's won. Yeah. One of their chosen didn't even participate in the battle. They might have won if they had actually committed. Then again, if they had committed earlier, I might have shot it. Instead of shooting, say, Marauder Horsemen. That would have been a much higher priority. Sometimes sending in your best units first is a bad idea. Which they did, but then they left this guy here in reserve. Because yeah, if that guy, if they didn't get the army loss penalty, that would have absolutely slaughtered us. All we had left was archers. But anyway, we still won the battle. Get you some slaves.
Unbridled power.
Now the rebellion's not quite over yet, so you still have to deal with it.
Sweet rebellion is coming.
Supreme sorceress of Grant.
But they're not going to recruit any more units. What they'll do is, next turn, they'll just come back over here and besiege it again. Unless we go out there and attack it, but we don't have any troops. And Regiment of Renown, you got a couple, but I don't see the need to waste the money. But another thing is that if they besiege the settlement, none of this will get repaired. So it could be worth it.
Unequaled. Never. What is your dark purpose?
Just thinking, what's the bare minimum that I'd need to win this? Probably 3 units.
Limitless.
I'd say just wait for them to come in there. It's be a waste of money. Like, they're gonna go down no matter what, anyway. Then you got a rebellion here. That's a pretty nice army that you got here, actually. Yep, just have that accumulating growth. That's good.
Spreaders of sickness
Seems like it's
and corruption.
yeah, it's not going too badly. It was just that one battle that needed to be done. Alright, no problem. Well, I don't see the need to keep going. I mean, it's only on very hard difficulty, and it's not really a disaster campaign anymore. It's just that one battle, and you've got enough public order buffer to not have to worry about it again for a while. This will have recovered before the next revolt. Anyway, that's the end of this video, so like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next disaster. See you next time, fuckers.